Everybody, how you doing? What's happening?
To pop up.
It's a pop-up, everybody. We are here live on a Saturday afternoon. This is Random Matters, if you haven't figured that out by now. What's happening? Y'all come on in and speak to us. Let us know you're here. What's up? What's up? What's up? I see y'all checking in. What's happening? Zet, what's up?
What's happening, everybody?
Good
What's
to see
good?
y'all. Come on through.
What's good?
Chanel, Matt, what's happening? It's a Random Matters pop-up. No, we don't do this on Saturday.
It's the first and the last of this summer.
Definitely. The first and the last of the summer is correct.
Yeah.
Baby, we do cakes. What's up? Y'all good? Kim, what's happening? Just random. That's right. What up, Keisha? That's where we are. Yeah.
What's happening, everybody?
It's Random Matters, y'all. Sade, what's happening? Y'all good? Yeah, come on in. Good to see y'all. Come on through here. Is that TDT?
Yeah, that's 9 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Did we really need him? Have you heard Tank's record? He got a new record.
Nope.
It all sounds the same.
Ada, what's up? Kenneth, what's happening? Matt, what's up? I see y'all checking in. Good to see y'all. We got so much to discuss. It's been a little while. Matt said, what's up?
What's happening, Matt? What's going on, baby?
It's good to see everybody.
Everybody.
And we're going to get through. We just got to waiting on a couple more of y'all to get in, and we're going to jump in. We got a couple. We missed a lot. It's been a little while.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, so we missed a lot of stuff.
It's been a minute.
And what's up, Tasha? What's happening? So, if this is your first time, welcome to Random Matters. If it's not and you're back, thank you for being with us one more time. We're just talking about what we're talking about. It's random. Cliff Davis, how are you, sir?
Is that the elder?
Yes. Grace and peace, my brother. Good to see you, man.
Glad somebody's still saved.
Absolutely.
Still yet saved.
Yet holding on.
Yet saved.
So it's good to see y'all. We got a couple things to discuss. Some things that happened that we missed that I'm sure are going to be old to you all, but we need to talk through just to kind of get it together. Patrick, you guys know, is now a student again. He is down at, y'all see the shirt, right? Y'all can see the t-shirt.
HU.
Right.
You know.
He's doing his thing. He's been home for the summer, and he's about to go back for his finish.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the great finish.
He's going to go on and finish up. What's up? Nia, how are you? It's baby girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, good to see you.
I haven't seen it. We'll save that for another conversation.
She heard it. Nicole said it's hard to be hosting with a college student.
What does that mean? I think I'm ready.
She said we're excited about your journey.
Amen.
What's up, Pastor Hill? How are you?
What's up, Pastor Hill?
Yeah. So again, Pat's on his way back. Jared, what's up, little bro? He's on his way back to school, finishing up this degree. Did you tell him what kind of degree you're getting, or you want to wait?
No, it's a major in philosophy with a pre-law minor track. So there it is.
See there?
Yeah.
See there? What's up, little Rodney?
Somebody's got to do it.
A major? You said a major in philosophy?
Yes.
And pre-law?
Yeah.
Smart dude.
No, we'll see.
Nettie P, what's happening?
We don't know yet. We'll have to see.
Yeah. So he's doing great so far, and he's going to finish up for another semester.
Yeah.
At Hampton. So
here we are.
It's all good.
Face to face. to
Tell him to contact me when he gets off. That's shut the goddamn. Yeah. So at any rate, a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago now, you guys, we were watching the Academy Awards, and something happened that we never thought would have happened. Everybody got a eyeful. You guys by now know what went down. And so a couple of weeks ago, we hadn't heard from Will. And so Will came out and issued a public apology to Chris Rock. Did you hear it?
I did.
You did. What did you think about it? Thoughts? Public apology.
So look, Chris is my guy.
Will is your guy.
Chris is my guy.
Oh, this is news.
No. I mean, Chris is my guy.
Right. Okay.
And I of course I've been a fan of Will.
Right. I was going to say right.
But Chris is my guy.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
So it's been very difficult, But here's the thing. First of all, Will Smith is not the victim.
Will Smith is not the victim.
And Chris doesn't owe him anything. Like I don't owe you an opportunity for you to absolve yourself or make your conscience feel better, right? So
because Chris, he said he reached out to him several times, and Chris said he's not ready to talk.
Chris don't owe him to never talk to him, right? So I mean that is what it is. But crouching it like, oh, I've reached out to Chris and he doesn't want to talk to me, and so feel sorry for me because I'm really trying to do my work. Do you think
that's what he was doing?
Yes, because that's the contrivance of all of this, right? So this whole public thing that he did, persona, has been contrived, right? Really? And I'm talking about even I got the book. I read the book. Sure. Right. He did the work.
Right.
He's evolved and
what's up, brother?
He wants to help humanity. But then Willie from Philly came out.
Indeed.
Right. So
Indeed.
He projects. He's an actor.
Okay. He is an actor.
That's what it is. And so this whole thing of, Chris doesn't want to talk to me. Everybody feel, sorry for me because I'm really trying to do the work. I just he's not a victim.
Skittles, how are you?
And
he gave a horrible apology. Okay.
And so
got it.
That is what it is.
Hey,
Second
Skittles.
thing is I have been annoyed every time I've seen Will Smith since then. Right.
Okay. Tell me what.
Like I can't. The hitch came on. I turned it off. Like I can't. I'm like I don't.
Oh wow.
I don't want to watch.
Sister Martin, how are you?
Because I'm just annoyed. And then it dawned on me. I need to let this go.
Oh, so you're holding on. You're holding on.
I need to let this go. Right. Because if somebody asks for forgiveness or not, sometimes they don't ask for forgiveness.
And indeed.
You are holding on to something that's only wounding you. And if every time I see him, my mood changes and I get annoyed, then okay, it's not him, it's me.
Yeah, he's got some kind of power.
Right. So it was like, okay, I need to get over this. And I have. It's fine.
Okay.
Whatever happens, they're grown men. As long as Chris is cool. Chris is my guy. Okay. And Chris didn't deserve that.
I know you like Chris, but you've always been a Will fan, so I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Chris is my guy. So that was all of it was very disappointing.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Well, here's what I read the book as well, and I don't think it was contrived personally.
Which part?
The apology. Mm-hmm. I think he hadn't said anything. He hadn't addressed it, and I think he owed it to his fans. What's up, Toya? How are you? He owed it to his fans to speak to his behavior. Mm-hmm. He had to say something at some point, right? Mm-hmm. So he decided to do it that way. Mm-hmm. It didn't really bother me. He apologized to everybody. He apologized to Chris, his family, his mother. He said, what I did has not just affected one person. It's affected his entire family. He apologized to Tony, which he had a great relationship with, according to him. And he said, I feel like I probably have done irreparable damage to that relationship that I value because of a bad decision. And okay, I agree with you that Chris doesn't owe him anything, a response, an audience. He doesn't owe him anything. I agree with that. What's up, brother Rich? Big bro. But I didn't feel like it was contrived. I didn't. Now, does he need to, because of his therapy and the things that are set out for him, does he need to do some more work? And Chris not responding is in a way not allowing him to get to the next place that he needs to be. Because like, I'm sure he's done whatever work with his therapist internally. And so now next
clearly
step,
he needs a new therapist.
Well, that's a whole different conversation. That's fine. Skittles, you say you think it's fake. Yeah, that's cool. I just don't see it like that. I just feel like he's done the work, right, with his therapist. And now the next step would be to reconcile with Chris. And I think he feels maybe like Chris is not allowing him to do that because he won't talk to him, right? Don't owe you that. So whatever you got to do, you got to do it.
Solo, yeah.
When I'm ready to talk, I will talk.
Or if not.
And if I don't ever want to. Right. No, I agree totally with that. Once you apologize, you have no control over how it's accepted. It's par for the course. That's correct. I agree. Darius, what's up, brother? You're calling my name 3 times. Well, I'm not Candyman, but what do you expect? I don't know what you want, Darius. So I just didn't think it was contrived. I think he had to do it at some point. He has a fan base of people that were expecting to hear from him, and he had to say something. So he finally did, and that was what the deal is, what would people have thought? What's up, Kels? What would people have thought? Either way, like if he got on there, Chris, I'm sorry, I'm the worst thing in the world. Would that have been acceptable apology to people? I just feel like whatever he would have done, there's going to be somebody sitting back looking at it and saying, "Oh, that wasn't enough," or "That was too much." And so, that's how we do. And so he had to do something, and he did. And so he made his apology. And, you agree with it. You don't. It was what it was. I personally feel that night when it happened, I think we talked a little bit that night. I personally feel like you got to pay some money. That's what I feel. If a grown man slaps me on national TV, if I don't kill you, you got to pay me. Like you can't just come say I'm sorry for slapping me.
So you're gonna sue him?
Well, that's an option. He has not taken that road either, but I think that the people that he trusts, I felt like maybe the Denzels that night that had his ear probably should have pulled him in the corner and say, "Hey, you got to send him a check, right?" What do you say to a man after you slap him on national, international TV? I'm sorry.
Well, it's violent assault.
Correct. So I'm saying man to man, what can you say to me that would make it okay that you just assaulted me?
Right. No.
What can you say?
Nothing.
You got to send me a check.
Check will make it better?
Yes, God.
Okay.
Yes, God, it will. Okay. It ain't gonna change. It's not gonna change what people saw, but send me a check. Because here's the thing. You and I both know that everybody saw this, and all I got to do is flip the switch, and you got to pay me. You ain't got no case, right? So I'm holding that card. It would behoove you to me to just go and send the man a check and say, "Look, I messed up. I got to own this in this way." Because what can you tell a man after you slap him?
One of the things that is not talked about, hasn't been talked about a lot, is like Chris has
Jim Shoe, what's up?
Chris has a case of Asperger's syndrome.
He does.
Right?
He does.
So he can't pick up social cues
His
like
social
that.
cues are off, correct.
So it's like Will walks up. He literally doesn't know if Will is mad or he finna get in on a joke. He didn't know what was happening. He was blindly like a deer in the headlights, like
Indeed.
waiting for. And so it's a very complicated,
indeed,
very complicated space that
Pastor Johnson. How are you, sir?
That they're in. Let me ask you this: Does Jada play any role in this to you? Any role?
I think this is my view of this, right? In the beginning of his book, Will says that basically there have been several moments in his life where women that he loved were in a position that he cowered in. He basically said, I let the women in my life down. And when they really needed me, he was obviously talking about his mother and his father. His father was very abusive, blah, blah, blah. And he watched his mother get beat on, right? So if that is the framework of your thinking, and publicly somebody is making these kinds of statements about your wife,
and you laughed at first.
And you laughed.
Right.
A nervous laughter. Not necessarily, this is funny. A nervous kind of laughter. And when he looked at her, he knew that it didn't feel cool to her what she was going through. Everybody is now laughing at my wife because he did that. And so what echoes in his mind is, so I got another shot here at a woman that I love not being protected by me.
It's interesting because Regina Hall in the opening had made a joke about the affair with August. Said August. Like, he made it like he did.
Yeah.
He ain't slap her.
Well, I mean,
if it's a joke at the beginning, if it's a joke later at their expense, Will, made a decision.
It triggered.
Okay.
I feel like he was triggered
by who?
These issues. But by Jada and by Chris. It triggered his already mental situation with the women in his life. You read the book, so I did. You read what I'm talking about.
I also read that he's always felt like he needed to prove something to Jada. All during everything Will wanted, Jada didn't want. She didn't want to get married. She didn't want to have kids. She didn't want the house.
Right.
She didn't want everything. So this is the guy who is consistently trying to get affection and approval from some woman who is at least withholding. At least at the very least. I'm not gonna say she don't love him. I'm saying
because we can't call that. Right?
No, but at least withholding
a lot.
And I think that was more of the trigger.
Hey Ash.
Then I need to do some grand gestures because he keeps doing grand gestures, right? He's always.
Nicole said Jada's more of a man than me.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with it. I'm not disagreeing with
there.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah, but
at least that energy.
Yeah,
right.
I was trying not to get on the Jada train because I have a whole other emotion about that. And so I was trying not to.
So you want to change the conversation?
No. If you can.
Well, I can't talk about myself. No, if you don't want to talk about it,
because I have very strong emotions about that relationship and what we've seen. Again, we're not in it, so we can't really call what happens.
I
in
can
the framework.
See what he wrote.
Certainly. But again, we can't say she doesn't love him. There are certain calls we can't make because they're couples, right? We have seen some very outlandish things that look however they look. And I have very strong opinions and emotions about Jada that I don't want to share.
So that's your girl.
Used to be. Since
we were kids.
No. I loved Jada. Yeah. I did. And this has really done a number on me finding out who she is.
Angel in disguise.
Something.
That's what Brandy said.
Yeah. So no, I hear you. I hear you guys also that are talking about and saying what the Jada stuff. Hey, Beulah,
I am not blaming Jada. Hey, Beulah, man. I'm not blaming Jada.
I know.
Will grown.
He is.
But what I am saying, does it matter who you bring in your life?
Of course.
And do they affect your behavior and your character? Of course they do.
Of course they do.
And Will's grown. And Will made a decision.
That's his wife.
Yeah.
That's his wife.
Yes.
That's his wife. And has been his wife. And again, he's trying to work that thing out. And that's fine. But again, I have very strong views about that. And I don't want to trigger anybody with my views about her and some of the things that she's been doing to him. Things he let happen. Oh, he let it all happen.
Yes.
He's responsible.
Yeah, he's
No. I'm not trying to absolve him from responsibility. Not at all. But yeah, I feel a way about it. I know you do too. I want to be. What's up, Jen? Yeah, I'm trying to be cool. But yeah, so it seems like a lot of you are saying over here, at least, that you weren't really digging Will's apology. Okay. Will could have easily defended his wife from his seat. And bro, it was very distasteful. I agree. No, listen. I want to make sure that I'm clear too. I am not saying that what Will did was right. He was, listen to me, dead wrong. He was dead wrong. So I'm not taking up for him doing it. However, I am on the side of reconciliation and apologies. And when a person does that, when they come and say, hey, let's work it out. I was wrong. I apologize. I'm on that side, right? So, because I think we all need forgiveness at one point or another in our lives, no matter what it is we've done. And I agree with what you said in the beginning. Yeah, if somebody comes and says, as a man, as a woman, as an adult, I was wrong, please forgive me, then that's what we should be doing on our terms. Yeah. On our terms. And again, like I said, when you slap a man on international media, what can you say? What can you say to them? You can't say nothing to me. Again, if I don't kill you, you're going to have to pay me. That will make me, a few zeros will make me feel a little bit better. Okay. A little bit. It ain't going to change it. Right. But it will make me feel a little bit better. You at least owe him
a conversation if he run
me a check. Yeah. Run me a check. And then we can talk. Because that lets me know what you did and how serious it was. And you've taken some action to say, oh yeah, I screwed up. So, here we go. Lance, what's up, little bro? No, that Inglewood, listen.
Yeah, y'all, the Inglewood thing is different.
If I don't kill him, first of all, you're not going to slap me and walk away. Let's be clear. Most men I know are not going to stand there and take, it would have been so bad. I'm proud of Chris for how he handled it. Woo!
Yeah, that could have been.
That could have went real bad. Yeah. Bad for the building, bad for the culture. Yeah, it could have been really. It just
that would have set us back.
So he handled that with so much patience. I'm talking about he got it on a different level. I admired how he handled it.
He was probably in shock too.
In shock.
What just happened?
Was in shock.
That's all fair.
And no money between those men. Jim Shoe, if it ain't no money on the table, then it's up to him to even have a conversation. That's essentially what I'm saying. If you're not sending me no check, bro, I might not even take the conversation. Yes, Ada, I know it. I'm saying I can't see. There's no man that I know that would have just taken that slap like that, made a joke of it. Because he thought about his bag too. He thought about his. So there's a lot going on in your mind.
He handled it perfectly.
He handled it with so much. Woo!
The best way it could have been handled.
It's no way. It's not even in me to have handled it that way. Yeah. So So shout out to him for that. But I mean, what I hate about it is that these are two black men, and the black guy that we took for it happening. Chris Rock is a comedian. He's gonna make jokes. He had made some jokes about Jada in the past. That's fair to say too. Let's put that out there too. The year that they were not coming,
they make jokes. I mean, he's a comedian.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do. But again, when you're dealing with people that have psychological issues,
I thought Will was evolved. He went way over to Chucamonga and drank some tea, and he evolved past all of that, right? Yes, he was on another level.
Yeah, well, that's what he said.
Right, he was on another vibration.
And so you vibrate in your mind at a certain frequency until the heat come on. Right. Then you find out what's
you're not as evolved as you project to be.
It's good when the weather is fine. Sunny days. Everybody loves them. Yeah. We see who you are when it starts raining.
Right.
So
that's a contrivance. And to his own admission, he created Will Smith as a character.
Indeed.
Right?
Indeed.
So, yeah, all of that, I'm evolved and I'm on higher vibration and blah, blah, blah.
Yakety smackety.
All of that is just what you did.
Yeah.
Because you wanted to be Will Smith.
This is who you created, and I'm okay with that too. I'm just saying, I think though, there has to be. Can we agree that there has to be a responsibility though on both parts?
Again,
if you're a comedian, does that give you the license to just say anything you want to without responsibility?
Here's my thing. My hypothesis in this situation is Regina Hall made an even worse joke. She joked about their marriage.
She did.
About the affair.
She did.
All he said was a G.I. Jane joke.
Sure. Well,
so
all he said is a G.I. Jane joke. That's kind of still massaging it.
Right. But Regina Hall went there.
No, she did.
You ain't smack her.
Well, I mean,
so if you're talking about comedians,
okay if he slapped her?
What I'm saying is that you said comedians, can they say anything?
I'm asking you a question.
Well, when you weigh what Regina Hall said versus what Chris said,
that's fine. But I'm asking you, does the comedian bear any responsibility for what they do? Is there a line? Is there a boundary? Is there a border?
Off of G.I. Jane.
No. See, I'm asking a bigger question. Because again, you got to be. If I'm doing a stand up, right? I'm at a club, and it's a guy in the audience, could be dealing with whatever, and I start hitting them, and like you don't know where people are, so it's like this is what we do.
Well, then
you shouldn't be here if you're sensitive,
right?
Is that it?
Well, that's what the gay queer community says for Dave Chappelle. That's what the gays said when Eddie Murphy was doing his gay jokes.
Indeed.
Right?
No, you're right.
So, I mean, there's a history of a group of people who don't like to be made fun of.
Right.
And so should we censor ourselves? Should we censor our art? If comedy and satire is an art form,
and it is,
should we censor that based off who may or may not be in the audience?
What I am saying, I'm asking, and I'm not suggesting censorship. Mm-hmm. What I'm asking is there a line that a comedian? We're not comedians, so we don't know the craft like that. We don't know. I'm sure they have a whole different set of rules and stuff that they govern themselves by. I'm saying, should there be a line, a boundary that you say, okay, I can't do that. Okay, so something like this. If a disabled kid is in the audience, is everybody just open season? Or do you start making jokes about disabilities while the kid's sitting there? How far is too far is what I'm saying. Does the comedian have any responsibility? It's just a question. I'm just asking.
I think that we can't censor yourself based off who or who may not be in the audience, right?
Okay.
I think it's fair to say, like in Living Color, when Damon did the joke about the paraplegic superhero when he was falling out the window.
Handyman.
Right. So if if he does that bit, right, and there's a guy in a wheelchair in the audience, right? Does he have a responsibility?
That's what I'm saying.
Or should we make...
That's going to trigger somebody. So I'm just asking the question. I'm not saying that it should be, or that even that I know where the line is, because I'm not a comedian. I'm just asking, should there? You see? Oh wow.
Yeah. So I don't come down on the line of censorship.
Okay.
Look, if we would have heard the next day Will Smith ran up on Chris Rock in the back at the Oscars and they had an altercation, I'm like, okay. But then they just needed he was upset. That was the place to do it. It is what it is. There's two men, just we gonna talk this out or whatever this is.
Yeah.
The way he handled it cannot be about you said something about my wife that I didn't like.
It's dead wrong.
Right?
It's dead wrong.
Because let's take it a step further. That happens in clubs all across America every day. You know how many people lose their life off somebody bumped me or somebody looked at my girl or somebody said something?
All day.
Right? So it can't be like, well, just because somebody does something like that, then we have a right to assault people.
No, and I'm not suggesting that in any way. I am simply saying, is there a line? I'm just asking. Again, I'm not saying that there should be.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, hey.
Yeah, I'm not.
They're comedians, and they talk about anything. So there's certain comedians, there's certain shows that I watch. Family Guy is one of them.
Horrible people.
When I tell you, they talk about everything and everybody. Nothing is safe.
Everybody.
Nothing is sacred. It's all up for. It's all up. If you exist, Family Guy is going to talk about it, and they're going to make fun of it. So again, I am not suggesting in any way that he was dead wrong. Let me say it again. He was wrong. I'm not taking up for Will. Mm-hmm. He was wrong.
And I don't want to talk
bottom line. It's not even no way to talk,
We could add like the toxicity of our masculinity to think that if I smack another man for making fun of the woman in my life, that makes me more of a man. Or this performance masculinity where the woman that I'm with needs me to go slap somebody in order to make her feel valuable or wanted or that I love her. That is poisonous.
It can be.
I think it most often is.
But don't fool yourself. It's a whole lot of women that love the fact that he did that.
I think there's a whole lot of women who love toxic masculinity when it benefits them.
I hate that term, by the way, but that's a whole other show. Yeah, it's a whole other show. That's fine, but go ahead.
I think some women are totally okay with toxic masculinity when they're the benefit of it. They don't like it when it is weaponized against them.
Correct.
Right. But when it's a weapon for them in any space, they're fine with it.
Telling you,
so that's a whole different, complicated
whole bunch
space.
Of women who will gain points.
Yeah. And that's
for doing that.
Yeah. And
then so we having this conversation, which is correct. I agree. Yeah. But on the other side of that, there were women that were doing like this.
Right.
And loving it. But he would do that for me. Yeah. My man. Oh, yeah. So it's right. So again,
that's very problematic.
It's very problematic. So, it's both sides. I get it. But again, I just think that I hope that they can work this situation out. I hope that they can be cool. Maybe they'll never have tea and crumpets again. Like he said, I know that I've destroyed relationships behind this. And sometimes when you do certain stuff, you can ever repair it. You can't ever get it back.
No.
Oof.
No. It's gonna be what it is.
You're right, Keisha. Those women are toxic, but
they are.
But they exist, whether they're toxic or not. They exist.
And when a woman
and will push their men
right
to do things like that and tell him that he's not a man if he doesn't.
And it's a cultural.
We're gonna put it out there. Let's talk about the whole thing.
Now. And it's a problem. Load. It's a problem with our culture. It's a problem with us as men that women think like that's a sign of love. When I'll go put my life on the line,
right,
or in a club, or I'll go smack Chris Rock in front of tens of millions of people just to make you feel protected and loved. Right.
I have to say this. I didn't want to. But Jada, after this was done, still found a way to make this about her. She said that she didn't agree with what Will did and that she didn't need protection. She was not a damsel in distress. Mm-hmm. Now, after I put my life on the line,
reputation, everything
for you,
she say I didn't need
you
it.
Throw me under the bus like that. Okay, I'm not gonna stay there. I'm just gonna move back on because I don't want to get into that.
She a special kind, ain't she?
Ooh.
She a special kind.
Yeah.
It's a complicated area. I'm like, Will, you need to get out. Will, please get out, because sometimes the love of your life is the wrong person for you to be your life partner with, and sometimes we don't want to admit that, and perhaps that's very complicated to sever those relationships. But from the very beginning, and he wrote it in his book, this woman just is different from what he says he needs, right? And yeah.
And again, that's I'm trying to stay out of people's stuff.
Yeah. I'm just talking about what he wrote.
Yeah, no. It's in the book.
What he said.
It is written by him.
Yeah. So.
But hey Simone, again, it was a very, very unfortunate thing that happened. We all saw it. I hope that at some point that they can at least sit down and figure that out, right? They don't have to.
I'm sure it's an Oprah special coming.
Oh,
she's gonna sit both of them
down. Yeah, but we don't have to do it on TV. Like, seriously, this is a real. Now, to me, that's contrived. Now, when you want to talk about contrived, that would be that, because again, it's really not our business.
No,
they had a relationship of sorts. They have worked together before. So it's two black men that we both love, highly talented, highly successful. I just would hope that they could work that out. That's what I'm saying. Chris Rock gets the Saint of the Decade award for the way he handled it. I'm just gonna say that because it's just not in me.
Yeah,
it's just not. There's no way I could have did that.
Sure,
but he saved a lot of stuff. He was protecting his bag. Because again, if he would have fought back, now you're complicit too. He didn't. And again, I wouldn't have had the sense. Somebody slapped me.
Your instinct would have picked me.
It would have kicked.
But then I think his Asperger's helped.
Indeed.
It did.
Indeed. Because I think he was still trying to process.
Yeah, like what just...
Did you just...
Right.
Because he said it. He was like, okay, that's yeah. So. It was sad. Like I felt the way, I'm like, yeah, that's...
Exactly. Yeah, like that's a sucker move. Like...
Hey, so my mama slapped me one time.
Yeah.
We used to get slapped when we was little. But I would almost rather you punch me than slap me. It's just something about it.
My mother didn't slap me. She backhanded me.
That's a slap, bro.
Okay.
this way and this way. They both slaps.
But it wasn't across my face.
Where was it?
It popped me in the mouth.
That's your face. Are you kidding me? Your mouth is on your face. And if she went that way or this way, it's a slap. You know, my mama slapped me one time. Yeah. And it is my mama. Just out of instinct. Mm-hmm. I was sitting down. Mm-hmm. And when she slapped me, I stood up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, when I stood up,
she got you back down. She chopped you down.
She started windmilling. When I tell you, right. She started windmilling me back into the seat, mm-hmm. right? And I explained it scared her. Right? I figured that out later. Right. At the time, I didn't realize.
Her instincts kicked in.
Yeah, she was looking at me like, did you just, you know, so, but it scared her. At that time, I was probably 17. My mother was about 4'11". I was taller than her, bigger than her, and she slapped me and I stood up in her face.
You were 17.
Over her. Exactly. There you go. Yeah. Right. Now you, all right. Right. So it was like, I just stood up. Like before I knew it, I was on my feet.
She had to chop you down.
And she chopped me right on back down. Yeah. And so that's what I'm saying.
I might have had Asperger's when I was a kid. Because my mom's hands was quick. So it was like she hit me and I didn't know what happened. You know, like you sitting there, you knew something happened, but right. I didn't know like what just.
No, my grandmother did that too.
What just happened?
Y'all black mothers. That's a whole other show.
She had hands. She did.
My grandmother got me one day. And to this day, I don't know what she did.
Yeah, like I don't.
She just told me to come here. So my cousins were making noise. My cousins are younger than me. My grandmother wasn't feeling well. They were making noise. I was doing my homework or something. And she came to me and said, well, she told everybody to be quiet. She said, I'm not feeling the best. Y'all be quiet. So she came to me and said, make sure. All right. And so I'm like, okay, cool. Like, y'all cool out, man. So I'm doing whatever I'm doing. They kept on going. Mm-hmm. She called my name. I said, Grandma. She said, come here. I walked around that corner, mm-hmm. and all I saw was, and then she walked off. And I was just standing there shaking. I don't know what she did to me. I was just standing there trembling like, what just happened? I'm talking about it was a ninja, bro. Like it was so fast.
Yeah, no. I've had that happen and whatever.
Woo. Yeah. So no. So being slapped,
quick hands.
Being slapped by my mother got that kind of reaction from me. So I like, if a dude slapped me, bro, I'm gonna kill you. Like it's not. I'm just not even. We're not gonna have a conversation. You're going to die. That's that.
Do we understand how? Like that's not. I understand the instinct of it, but
okay. Well, I'm sorry.
I don't want you to be out.
Pray for me.
I don't want you to kill people.
I don't either.
Not over something like that. But you know what I'm saying?
If a grown man slapped me,
right.
They might not live to slap again.
I get it.
I'm saying, so it's like, that's.
I don't want you to go to jail.
Yeah, I don't either.
For the rest
like
of your life.
for that,
right.
I don't either. But I'm saying, like, so I can't fathom mm-hmm. how he was able to do. Yes, Lizette, you remember that? Whew, your mama was quick with it.
Yeah.
Whew. So
Hands.
Yeah. So I can't. I just don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how he was able to do.
Yeah, Will's my brother. You know, and Chris is my brother.
Indeed.
You know, and I want both of them to be good.
To be okay.
I would feel better if Chris was, if we knew Chris was okay, like he said, and talked about it and be like, you know, I'm good. I've heard him say quick things or whatever, but he don't owe us that too. He needs to process however he needs to process. I could take a Will apology if I know Chris was great and he was good and
that
whatever.
Makes sense. I hear it.
You know,
I felt sorry for him. I really did.
Yeah, I did too.
And I felt sorry for Will too. I know nobody else did. I get it. Like, why? Really? I know.
Why?
I get it.
That's a fair question.
I know.
That's a fair question.
Because I think he lost it. He snapped. And coming from somebody who has snapped before, who has lost, I have lost it, and seen red. Mm-hmm. It's like you get to the point where you snap. I know for him to put on the line what was on the line for him, the night that he was nominated for the thing he's been working for his entire career, which he probably knew he was 95% going to win. You do that.
You blanked out.
He had to. You blanked out. So I know that's what happened. And so that's why I was just like, dang. You ever seen the show Snapped? Yeah, bro. He lost it. It's no other explanation. Whatever triggered him, he lost it. And did you hear Jeff talk about it?
Jeff who?
Jazzy Jeff.
No.
Yeah, Jeff talked about it.
I didn't want to hear what Jeff had to
say. Yeah, he talked about it, and he said actually some of the same things we were saying from a personal perspective with Will. He was like, he's not that kind of guy. He doesn't lead with that. He's not made like that. If he did that, and we know he did, he snapped. He doesn't, but he is the kind of guy who when he moves at something, he moves at it with a reckless abandon. And so Jeff said, Will's my guy, love him, known him for however many years. Jeff said, the Will I know, when he did snap, it could have been Mike Tyson on the stage. And he would have got slapped too. Now, he probably would have got killed after that if you didn't poke Mike. Mm-hmm. You have to poke Mike. You don't poke Mike. He was going to kill him. But Jeff said he would have got it too. It didn't matter who was up there at that moment. The Will I know, once he go, he gone.
I appreciate that night Will was wound very tight in the ball. His nerves was
of course
this is that moment, right? And, he lost once before, and blah 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 blah, and the hype going into it was like this is Will's year. So I guess he was. I could appreciate his nerves was on edge already.
Yeah.
And he blanked out. I do believe that.
He snapped, bro. He snapped.
He sure did.
And again, for people who've never experienced that, of course, that's a cop out. I don't want to hear that. Okay.
Yeah, there's psychological breaks
that
happen in a few different kind of ways.
I promise you that's what happened.
In a few different kind of ways.
Yeah. So I promise you that's what happened. But, and again, still not making any excuses. He was wrong.
Yeah.
Dead wrong.
100% wrong.
Dead wrong, bro. You just can't. It's almost, depending on who the recipient of the slap is, it's almost no coming back from that. Like, it just, send me a couple million, though. We could I'm telling you, because I'm okay. Like, you didn't injure me.
Yeah, wait, the $2 million or whatever the Chris ain't gonna make. He already.
But it'll help. It'll pay move a couple burdens, destroy a few yokes. $2 million.
He rich already.
I know, but money answers all things, and a little bit more will help. Gas prices. Just saying, bro. Like, send me a check. That will at least that will start, to me. That will make me think as a man, you're serious. Mm-hmm. Okay. You submit, you wire me $2 million just so I'll talk to you.
Hit my Zelle.
Yeah, Zelle me, right? Yeah, that would at least say, okay, he's serious.
All right.
10 million, whatever. I mean, whatever the number is, send me some bread. That's the point.
Yeah.
And then we can have a conversation. At least, don't just call me telling me I'm sorry. What? Mm-hmm. No, meet me. Right. That's how you can pay me back.
I get it.
Meet me and let's lock the door.
I get it.
Then we see. I'm sorry. Damon, what's up, brother? So that's that. So you guys, y'all are really chiming in about this. I know everybody has real healthy opinions about it. That's cool. That's great. I get it. I understand.
You need to get out of that, Will.
You said what?
Leave that girl alone. mean,
whew, that Jada, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, she.
Something else. Let's talk about the Beyonce record.
Okay.
Sparked a little controversy lately.
Okay.
You heard it?
I did hear it.
Thoughts?
I think it is one of the most perfectly sequenced albums.
Really?
I mean, it is seamless. It almost sounds sonically like one long song that has different variations in it because it's a house record.
Right.
So,
well, that's what it's.
That's what it's. Yeah, right. So,
how authentic house it is.
Right. We're from Chicago, so we're going to judge it very differently.
Correct.
But for the masses, it's house music.
Okay.
So yeah, the sequence on it is amazing. There's a couple of records on it vocally, man. She's something else.
I told you that you weren't. I remember. We did that here.
I had to grow. She had to grow vocally on me. But no.
Yeah,
she's something else, man.
I told you.
Vocally, she's something else. Coming from Chicago, we're familiar with house, but house wasn't our thing. We were more hip hop. Like house was more maybe 3 or 4 years before we started listening to serious music.
Sure.
By the time we started listening to serious music, hip hop was there. We went to house parties as kids. We did all of that.
Definitely.
But I'm not a house head. Like
correct.
I'm not going to
picnic. I get it.
That's not my thing.
My aunt is here. My aunt and my cousin, my godfather, who's my godfather, they put me up on house music because it was more of their generation. Mm-hmm. See, she just chimed in. I'm a house. Exactly.
Yeah, that's so a different beat.
As a kid, I was introduced to it because they were listening to it.
But are you a house head though?
I wouldn't consider myself a house head, but I love house music.
I enjoy house music too.
I do.
But we were listening more in the hip hop. Like course, that was what I think.
And R&B.
Yeah. So
time. I would agree. I would agree.
So yeah, I mean, no, it's a creatively, it's a concept record.
Right.
And it's fine. Very smart choices. The Twinkie record. The Church Girl record.
Well,
there's a couple of standouts on there.
That's what
there's 2 or 3 standouts that are just like really great records.
Do you like the Break My Soul record?
No.
Okay.
The Plastic All My Couch record and the Cuff It record.
That's a record.
That's freaking nice. So that is what it is. But it's fine.
How'd you feel about the Church Girl record? Do you understand the controversy? Because we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, I think most church people, they shoot first and then aim later.
Okay.
Right? They don't even listen to the record.
And then,
they just know Beyonce used Twinkie, and that's for the saints. When was the last time any of them listened to that Twinkie record? Who even knew that?
It's a Clark Sisters record.
Right. But, so it's like, it's much ado about nothing to me. Like, it's putting money in Twinkie pocket. Let Twinkie live.
That's definitely giving Twinkie.
And they don't understand, like, Twinkie didn't have to give permission for her to use that record.
Did not. But Twinkie, I think, did, based on what she said. And, two, here's I haven't talked to Beyonce. I haven't heard any interviews on it. But here's a train of thought. Beyonce grew up in church.
Sure.
Beyonce is a fan of the Clark Sisters.
Sure.
Beyonce knows that this record is going to do numbers.
Sure.
Beyonce also knows if I include somebody that I listened to as a kid who never really got the bread they should have got.
Right.
And all I got to do is sample this.
And put her as a co-writer on the record.
She's going to eat real good.
Now, here is...
So, that's a train of thought. Like,
sure.
Again, I haven't talked to anyone.
That's brilliant. That's smart. But here's what we do know. She did that for Khalees. And Khalees fumbled the bag. Do you hear me? Fumbled it. I mean...
Well, see,
again, you shoot first and then you aim later.
It's different. It's different with Kelis though, because they're of sorts contemporaries. And so if we are both female artists, right, probably not in the same ballpark, of course, but if we're contemporaries and you're using the only thing that has made me famous without a conversation, that kind of could feel like.
But she didn't need Kelis's permission
big ball
to use the record, right?
No. But she had to pay her regardless.
Pay the publishing, which Kelis's problem was she's not on the publishing.
That's not
Pharrell's
issue, right?
That's not Pharrell.
So she's
but what she did was give Kelis a writing credit for the song. She did that.
Well, if she wrote the song, that's what she has to do by law.
But no, Pharrell wrote it on the original. She's not a writer on it.
Okay, so
you're
saying this was a gift.
Yes, she gave Kelis a writing credit on it, and then Kelis got in her feelings and said Pharrell stole my money, and Beyonce owed me a conversation. So what did Beyonce do?
Took her
off.
She snatched it.
So that's fumbling a bag.
Yeah, well, there you go. See, I didn't know that she included her as a writer. I didn't know that part of it.
Yeah.
So no, but if you do that, then and you didn't write it,
right?
That is a gift.
She gave you
Just a gift. And again, that was my thought about Twinkie. It's like, that the Clark sisters and anybody in that time period, especially gospel music, they didn't get paid what they were supposed to.
And then Twinkie sold her joints.
So we saw
for that car.
So
she go to Comcast. She's trying to pull up. Twinkie trying to pull up at Comcast.
Cadillac.
So no, Twinkie ain't made no money in decades.
No, she didn't.
Not off that.
She didn't. So so my thought is that Beyonce was trying to be a blessing to someone who had been a blessing.
Sure.
That's just what I thought. Yeah, Kels, you're right. Kels says she kicked the gift horse in the mouth.
Absolutely. And you got to be careful. You gotta breathe deeply.
Okay, so
before you go hard.
Okay, I'm trying to be objective though.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know that there's no underlying stuff between Kelis and Beyonce?
I've seen them in pictures, but they're cool, and that's what Kelis said. Like we're cool, and I know Kelis is real close with Kelly.
Okay.
So her whole thing was with Beyonce was you owed me a phone call.
Yeah, that's tricky.
That's petty.
That's a word that could be used.
Yeah, it's like she fumbled. She fumbled the bag. So y'all, have pride. Got to get that pride out the way. Breathe deeply before you start going at B, because then you got the whole hive that's gonna come after you. And they just they stance like they just don't. Sense, they will, right. Blanking out. They will blank. Yeah, they will blank out
on a whole different level.
Yeah. So look
over nothing.
And then she snatched her off the joint. So I hope you're happy. I guess. Pharrell still getting paid.
He got to.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's business.
Yeah.
I guess she found out. Mm-hmm. Mess around and find out. She
found out.
She absolutely found out.
You haven't heard it.
That's one. Yeah.
I mean, did you hit it? You haven't heard the record, the whole record.
The cuff, that tune. Yeah. Yeah. That break my soul. Sounds like some early CeCe Peniston.
Yeah, it was okay.
It's not really giving me anything.
Here is what I want to. Let's switch conversation.
Sure.
Here's what I want to know. So, Kim Burrell, she pops up periodically, and we got to talk about her, not for her voice, her singing, her artistry. It's also her being Kim Burrell publicly, and it's a thing. What do you think about it? Because this is not the first time this has happened. It's happened a few times, and I know you have a different perspective because you've worked with her. And so, can you say anything? Give us any perspective about it, or is just
the only thing I can say is I love Kim. First of all, Kim,
Number one.
me and Kim are cool. I think Kim has a very big personality, and she's a very sweet person. Now I know that sounds.
There's be a lot of people who would disagree. A lot of people who disagree with you.
Sounds away,
Mm-hmm,
right?
Mm-hmm.
But she's a very sweet individual.
Mm-hmm.
She really is that.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, and she's very funny. She's very funny. Mm-hmm. She's the type of person that will keep you laughing. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Mm-hmm. That being said, I think she was at Carnes Church, right? Mm-hmm. This is what we're talking about. She was at Carnes Church.
Y'all stop going to Brian Carnes Church.
She was at Carnes Church.
Ain't nothing good ever going.
Stop it. Stop that, please. She was at Carnes Church. Her and Brian Carn are really cool too.
I figured.
So I believe she felt like she was at home. Mm. This is his church. This is her homie. Mm-hmm. She's been there before. It wasn't new. Mm-hmm. She wasn't new to the congregation. They know her.
He can afford it because she said everybody can't afford it. So Brian can.
Well, no, she actually said y'all can invite me. Y'all can afford.
You can afford it.
Right.
Yeah.
So she actually did say that.
She's affordable.
In her defense. Mm-hmm. I think she felt like she was at home and she was in jest. Mm. She is very funny. And I think she was just being just chilling, maybe talking like you and I would talk if the cameras weren't on. Mm-hmm. I think she felt like I'm at the crib. These are my people. I've been here millions of times. This is my homie's church. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She's silly. She really is. Very funny though. I'm telling you, she really is. Mm-hmm. She didn't mean anything by it. She didn't. But again, you have to know her to know that. If I made a statement and you heard it, you first would be like, Jamie is an idiot. He didn't mean that. If somebody came to you like, I know, Patrick, your boy, you'd be like, he was just playing. He didn't mean that. Like he not like that. And I know that that's not the kind of person she is. She didn't mean any harm. She was really trying to be funny. It's not that person. It is maybe not testing or knowing the temperature where I am. And that has happened a few times. This time,
so Maya's lying. Who? Maya. What she said when somebody shows you who they are, believe it. So you're saying Maya's lying about that?
I don't know. I know her. Mm-hmm. I don't know her to be evil spirited. I don't know her to be that. I know her to be silly, funny. Mm-hmm. That's the person I know. So that's all I'll say about that.
Next.
People who take things out of however many presidents still think they're. I hear you, Pax.
Next question. Are you watching the Marvin Sapp movie?
I am. It's coming on tomorrow.
You gonna watch it on purpose?
TV. Is it TV One?
It's TV One.
TV One.
Yeah.
The Marvin Sapp story tomorrow. I believe it's around 7. That we watched the Clark sisters.
Anticipating the Marvin Sapp story for years now because we needed this story.
So as a fan, I feel like
you're a fan of Marvin Sapp?
As a fan,
okay.
Here's what I was saying.
All right.
As a fan, I feel like
a fan of who? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You a Marvin Sapp fan?
As a fan, I feel like there should have been a commissioned movie first, right? So they've been working on that. We saw like a trailer of a treatment for a commission film. Mm-hmm. So as a fan, I would have thought that would have come first. Mm-hmm. Much like the New Edition story happened and then the Bobby Brown film happened, right? So in my head, you're going to do a Marvin Sapp film. Is
Marvin Sapp the Bobby Brown of
oh, no. Of course not. Of course not. But he's a member of... Yeah, right. Y'all know. because y'all know him, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. So
I'm just asking questions. I haven't said anything.
Bishop Dr. Galena White, don't do it.
Yeah.
I see you. Don't do it.
Right.
But at any rate, much like the New Edition situation, I was looking for a commission movie, right? And so because they've been working on it. It
just makes sense.
So the fact that this is happening before that, that had nothing to do with him. You know, maybe they just couldn't get it together. I just, as a fan, would have liked to see commissioned. I'm a huge fan of commission, and I would have loved to see them do that first.
But you want to see
and then do the Marvel.
But you want to see the Marvel.
Yes. Check it out. Nicole Simpson Wooden, how are you?
Good hey, Nicole. What are you looking to learn from the Marvin side?
Would I tell y'all I hate him?
No, I'm asking. We're talking about
what are you looking to learn from it?
Because basically, apparently, the gospel music industry needs a Marvin Sapp movie.
Here's what I know.
Okay.
The story right. I see you.
Mm-hmm.
The story of the tragic story that happened to his wife. That obviously was tragic, and all of that. That came from that happened, and his biggest song came from that. And so,
Thomas Dorsey lost the whole wife and
his
son.
Biggest song,
and we ain't never had no Thomas Dorsey.
We should.
Let's talk about who needs to have. Let's talk about who needs to have a movie before Marvin Sapp movie.
I'm not. You could talk about that.
I mean, let's list a few people that who probably deserves their own biopic before Marvin Sapp.
Thomas Dorsey should have definitely had James Cleveland. All of this,
Rosetta Thorpe.
Which we just saw in the Elvis film. Did you see the
I
movie?
did see that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Albertina and the Caravans.
Indeed, which I had put on social media my treatment for the film years ago. Even before the Clark Sisters movie. I said we needed a Caravans movie. I put all my actresses on there that should play each person. Yeah. And the name of the movie was Sweeping Through the City. Yeah. They ain't picked it up yet. Yeah. I feel like Little Richard.
They picked up Marvin Sapp though.
Well, yeah. Marvin actually, from what I heard, Marvin was one of the executive producers of the Stellar Awards as well. So he's getting into that aspect, which I'm not mad at that. I ain't mad at it at all.
So you're going to watch the Marvin Sapp movie?
I am going to watch the Marvin Sapp movie.
On purpose.
On purpose. I'm going to watch it. Indeed. Now, because it's a TV One film, you know that.
So what they did with the Bobby DeBar. I have a very close friend that wears a TV One, and so I'm very supportive of them. And I technically enjoy the Bobby DeBar's thing. It was the costuming. It wasn't a story. It was just some tweaks. But
I'm gonna bail out.
Marvin Sapp, we needed this in the zeitgeist right now.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's a great.
You think
story.
It's gonna be what?
I think it's a great story because it's TV One. I don't know. Okay. I don't know.
All right.
We talk about TV One movies like we talk about these Lifetime movies.
Well, you tell me how it is.
I will. Yeah, I definitely will.
Yeah, please report back and let us know what
I will certainly do that because I'm definitely going to watch it. I'm proud that we have gospel artists that are able to do movies.
I got the Grace and Mercy record. That's about enough.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm proud of him. I'm proud of the fact that a studio picked up a gospel music biopic. We've seen it with the Clark Sisters. We got a bunch more, right? See, like we said, you said Rosetta Tharpe. We said James Cleveland. We said Thomas Dorsey. Somebody here said Sam Cooke needs a film. We've seen him in a movie, but it wasn't his movie. Yeah, Peg said that. No. I'm just happy about the fact that we are gaining some ground and momentum. And it wasn't Tyler Perry. I mean, it is TV One. I mean, it's Kathy Hughes, but it's still a studio gave a chance to a gospel story, to a Christian story that is 100% that, and that makes me proud. and says that there is a market for it. We watch films. We watch films. We watch films. We watch TV, and I'm glad that it's being made. I'm so glad that it's opening up doors to get these other stories made. So that part I'm proud of.
I'm looking for the Father Hayes movie.
That definitely could be a movie. Definitely.
The Milton Brunson.
Yeah, I'm saying So hopefully we stay on this trajectory and we are able to make more films about our, the history and gospel music and stuff like that. So I'm loving it. So I'll let you know. I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Please tell us.
It's tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna check it out. Yeah. It is what it is. You got something else? Because that was low.
We said we were going to talk about it. I guess the guys that threw you under the bus. We said we were going to talk about it. We talked about it.
Okay. Yeah. They didn't say that about Kim though, but okay.
Well, I know you all are close.
Yeah, sure.
So I figured you would have a very different perspective than I would. So.
Yeah, she's sorry. She's really not.
But every time she's sorry.
She is, and we all apologize when we step in it.
We fall down.
Hey.
She just keeps.
And we all keep.
Okay.
Just man, how many times? Okay. All right.
Okay. All right.
I'm just saying. We counted 5 times when brother picked up. Oh, wow. Sam Cooke. Now, the Bobby Womack story, we just had that conversation earlier.
He was something else, wasn't he?
Definitely. Thank you, Pegs. That movie definitely needs to be made.
That ain't a gospel story.
No, that ain't a gospel story, but I'm saying.
But he has an unsung.
Yeah, but I'm talking about that's a movie. That story is a movie.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he was.
You talking about horrible?
Yeah, he was a horrible. He was a horrible person. Mm-hmm. He absolutely was.
That movie needed to be made.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of people that have no idea about that, man.
He was absolutely horrible. Yeah,
no, that's a movie. That right there is a movie for real.
Yeah.
What else we got? If you guys didn't know, Patrick has a podcast called Love Again. Mm-hmm. It's been phenomenal over the past few months. He's had about now, I guess, maybe 8, 9 shows.
More than that now. Starting in January.
Yeah. So it has been great.
I'm waiting for you to come on the show. You won't come on the show.
Whenever you invite me,
I've invited you. What you mean on
the show? So
Jamie has a podcast.
I do.
To which he's never invited me to come on the podcast. I've invited him to come on.
To which you have not.
I've come on. I've invited him to mine. He's never invited me to his.
I told Patrick when I first started doing this podcast that he was going to have to do my podcast. So fine. He knows that that's coming. The lies you tell.
It's fine. It's fine. I've enjoyed. No, I've
but it's great.
All of your stuff. It's great. It's good stuff. Great conversation.
Thank you. Yes, but no, the Love Again podcast is great. It's on YouTube. If you guys have not listened to it, please make sure that you go check it out. Go subscribe to it. Right. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. Exactly. Yeah, right. This is ridiculous. He's going to be on Talk to Me, definitely.
One day, hopefully.
No, come on, y'all. I can't.
I'm not as interesting as some of his other guests.
For real. I don't have the energy to do that. But no, please check it out. Go to YouTube. Thank you, LaToya. And come on, preach it. So you want him to slap me? For real? Come on, man.
No, I'm not gonna.
Come on, no. But at any rate, you go subscribe to it on YouTube, so that whenever he does a show, that it'll update you and you can get the show. It's been great. He's had great conversations. He's talked to all kinds of people. It's funny. It's touching. People bare their souls. I mean, these are stories that are very close to the heart. And I'm certain that you will see yourself in some of the things in some of these interviews. So go check it out. It's definitely dope. I'm proud of him doing that. He's been wanting to do it. And so, yeah. Thank you, Peg. So yes. So Talk to Me, season 2 is coming in the fall. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for
Can you tell us any of the guests you might have coming up?
No, I can't.
Nothing.
No, not yet. But I'm going to be talking to some people. I kind of like to throw it out there.
Gotcha.
Once. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's coming in the fall. More conversations, more interviews. It will be, some more people this time, not just. Did you see that? Bishop White.
I'll get you in trouble. Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah, isn't it?
Nobody got nobody.
Isn't it crazy? Right. Isn't it crazy? So no, we will be talking to a myriad of different kind of people this time. We mostly we're talking to musical people, to musicians and singers. We'll be talking to some more different kinds of people in different genres, just to kind of introduce you all to maybe people that you don't know, people you've never heard of that are doing some great things in the world, and just want to introduce you to them. So yeah, in the fall, you'll be seeing more of that. And go and like and follow my podcast. Do that on all of your podcasting platforms, wherever you get your podcast. Just go follow it, and when it drops, you'll already be plugged in. All right? Good stuff.
All right. Well,
so Patrick is leaving.
Yes.
When are you leaving?
In the morning.
In the morning.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
He's getting out of here.
Yeah.
So you guys make sure that you pray for him. Send him some great messages. Send him some care pack. He's a college student.
Lowly college student.
Send him some care packages. Those of you that have been in college, you know that when those care packages come in, it's everything to you. So send him some care packages while he's on this journey. But when he comes back,
be back.
He'll have a degree.
Yeah,
another one.
Oh, yeah.
Another one. That's the calendar.
Yeah.
You have another one. So thank you, Nicole. All of you guys that rock with us, we always appreciate you rocking with us and coming and hanging out with us. We love and miss you guys. And once Patrick gets back,
and everything will get back.
Yeah, we'll have, we've had a little time off. He got to, we got to go to school. Got to do what he got to do. He's finna make a whole different kind of bag now.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So, Beulah says she's proud of you.
Well, thank you, Beulah.
Nicole says traveling grace.
Thank you. Thank you.
So y'all make sure y'all keep your boy covered. But yeah, when he gets back,
we'll be back.
We'll have
maybe
more.
We'll pop. I mean, we could do something in December.
We'll be home for break. Do spring break, Christmas break, all that. So we'll pop in and check on y'all. But thank y'all for rocking. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right.
You all take care of each other
and
yourself.
There you go.
All right.
All right. Holla back.